So you all know the same song and dance at this point. Budget gaming headsets are probably the way to go in general, since there definitely are going to be diminishing returns for gaming headsets at the higher end. And this headset is going to be no exception, as it offers great sound and a rather unique design here. So with that said, introducing the EasySMX L1 Gaming Headset, let's go ahead and dive right in. Before we continue, don't forget that I have a Twitch channel that you can go ahead and follow me on for live microphone reviews and much more than that. But you're also going to find my Instagram and a link to the Tech Summit Discord in the description. So come join the community because it is a pretty cool one. We've also opened up a Patreon as of late where if you join, you'll be automatically entered to win one tech gadget every month in our exclusive giveaways. Details to that are going to be down below. Don't forget to check out the description for everything. Now let's get right into the video. So let's begin with an unboxing. This comes in a pretty simple box here, which once opened will reveal the headset itself, the detachable microphone, the 3.5mm cable with mic controls on it, and a USB-C cable as well. And you're also going to be finding the instructions right underneath this entire package. The exterior design here consists of this matte black plastic, and it is a very simple design, and I mean very simple. There's going to be very little branding on this headset, for the exception of the top of the headband where you see the logo, and even then it is still going to be very subtle. The focus of this headset's design is really going to be on the beast eyes that you're going to find on each side of the headset that glow in red to add that bit of edge that's hard to say no to. You will also find a lot of padding around the headband and the ear cuffs, which many will appreciate. On the left side, you're going to be finding pretty much every control on this headset. You're going to find the microphone port for the detachable microphone, a headphone jack, a USB-C port, a power button, a mic mute button, a volume up and down button as well, which are going to be two separate buttons, by the way. And I also wanted to point out that this is a 7.1 surround sound headset, which can also be used with your phone, since this also has a built-in microphone. And it's not just going to be the detachable microphone for this, but it does have a microphone on the headset itself that is going to be very similar to the ones that you're going to find on your usual headphones and things like that. And I think that that's actually pretty cool. But overall, you're going to be getting a pretty simple design here that I think works pretty well. So when it comes to comfort, needless to say, these are honestly very comfortable because of how much padding these have. They're already pretty lightweight too, so they are easy to wear for long periods of time. I also find that these don't really make me sweat all that much, even now like during the summertime and things like that. So I had to say that they've certainly nailed it here in the comfort department.
Okay, so now this is what the headset microphone is going to sound like. The reason why I'm speaking more slowly is because the latency has me a little bit messed up in that regard. I can hear myself, by the way, and I don't know how to turn that off at all. Okay, so I had to take off the headset because I was coming across some issues like where for some reason like I can monitor what's going on here through this headset, which in retrospect would be a good thing, but the latency is pretty bad when it comes to the microphone to the headset and then you hearing it back. So like I couldn't speak normally without me completely distracting myself here. So this is what it's going to sound like. I'm not exactly sure how to turn that off, but hopefully there is a way of turning it off, and like, you know, through some kind of just methodology on the headset itself or something. But yeah, this is what the microphone is going to sound like, and this is going to be for this microphone right here.
Now let's go ahead and talk about the sound quality here. The headset sounds quite good. I think that it's pretty good when consuming content, but we're here for the gaming section, of course. And I think that music and games is very important, and the audio separation on these is naturally quite good. We're listening to orchestral battle themes and different types of games. It's going to be very immersive, and on top of that, it's pretty easy to tell where things, or I should say enemies or other people, are in relation to you. to the player. So this headset also does a pretty great job in increasing my awareness of my surroundings, which of course I can very much appreciate in the middle of games. However, I will say that these are a little bit too high on the low end for my taste and sound more bass heavy than other headsets from their lineup, which can mess with the accuracy of the audio in games. But it's nothing really too distracting, if anything, because it's just something that I noticed on this set that I don't usually encounter on other ones, so I figured that it would be worth bringing up so that you all would be aware of that particular factor. Some might actually prefer that for more cinematic and movie-like experience, but I prefer a more flat sound signature with more balanced sound for the sake of accuracy and being able to really hear everything. Again, it's more of a preference thing, and I still think that these sound very good for what they are. And when it comes to the battery life here, you're looking at about 6 hours of battery life, roughly. It's very much on the low end when it comes to longevity, but it's pretty clear to me that these are not really meant for very long gaming sessions. You'll probably want to charge these every day, however. So when it comes to complaints, or I should say things that I would like to see be improved in the future, I do have a couple of things to say. The plastic on this headset is actually very easily scratched, so do expect to come across some marks on it over time, even if you do baby this headset. The detachable microphone also, as expected, doesn't sound very good, and it will sound very compressed, but no headset microphone has proven to sound good whatsoever to this day. And I have used $300 headsets that still have horrible microphones. Also, I wish that rather than having two color options, which in this case are either going to be red or blue for the lights around the eyes, they had just charged a little bit more and given these RGB lights so you can customize it to your liking. Which also reminds me that I would like to see more control over the lighting, such as being able to adjust the brightness here. Like you can turn the lighting on and off, which is pretty good, through the power button. Also, what about being able to change the pattern itself? Like these already have a breathing effect that cannot be changed, and I would like to be able to choose whether or not that effect stays on, or if, you know, if there are any other kinds of effects in the future, I would like to be able to toggle those as well. Ultimately, this is going to be a pretty good budget gaming headset. That does sound pretty good, and I really do mean it. I think that EasySMX has done a very good job prioritizing audio quality on their headsets, and this one is really no exception here. So really, if you like the design of this headset and you like how much padding this thing has, then those would probably be the things that I would consider a little bit more, since again, like the sound is already pretty good as it is if I were in the market for a budget headset. All of which work for me totally fine. So with that said, I can strongly recommend. And if you like this headset and you're interested in getting yourself one, then I'll be making sure to leave an affiliate link down to Amazon in the description. And if you end up using that link, then I do get a small commission that does help out the channel quite a bit, so I would appreciate that quite a bit as well. And also, there's going to be Luster. In case you're looking for a tool that can help you find sales and things like that, it's going to be fantastic for helping you do like comparisons and things like that as well. On the site, virtually integrated, and it's already got very fantastic Amazon integration. So with that said, I'm going to be leaving a link to that down below. Again, if you use that, you would still be helping out the channel, which I would very much appreciate it. And also, I would like to give a very special thanks to all of our patrons, starting off with the tier 3 $10 patrons, which are going to be Saad, Awazal, Omar, and Joe Moss. Thank you so much for all of your support, because it really does go a very long way. And now onto the rest of our patrons, the tier 2 patrons coming right up. And this is super important. I would just like to give a very special thanks to all of our patrons, which are going to be listed right here on the screen. Again, a massive thanks to you all for supporting us to help us create the kind of content that we bring to you on a day-to-day basis. And thank you so much for supporting the Tech Summit podcast as well. And just remember that if you would like to be a part of this community too, and then do make sure to check out the links to our Patreon, where you don't only get bonus episodes of our podcast, but you also get automatically entered into one of our monthly giveaways of a tech product that we have reviewed that is of at least $50 in value or higher. So links to that down below. And don't forget to follow me on the rest of my social media, such as my Instagram and my Twitch, where I like to stream fairly often. And there's also going to be the Tech Summit Discord, where we actually have a pretty cool community of people that you can ask questions to in case of anything. And I'm also on there from time to time, so links to that down below. Please feel free to join in case of anything. And with that said, this has been Francisco from Tech Summit. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be seeing you all later. Enjoy.